All right, today we are setting up a breeder rack. And the bins, when I start them, I just use vermiculture bedding. It's on the website. It's made by Pit Moss, but it's pretty much doesn't have any microbiology when I first start. So this is a worm extract that I've just so you can see it going. Sorry, it's a little loud. But I've got some worm castings and coffee grounds in there to give this stuff a boost to the microbial population. So as soon as the worms are put into the breeder bins, they start going right away. This is the vermiculture bedding. It's pretty dry, so I still need to add the water, hence part of the reason I'm adding the extract. So yeah, I'll be treating all this stuff, getting it moist, wetted, and everything by the extract that I've just made. So this is a diaphragm pump. It does minimal harm to the biology that's in this tea, or extract rather. So I'm just gonna plug it in. It's hooked up to a hose. Goes here. And we get to add our worm extract right into the pit moss mix. Okay, now I've got it all mixed. So now that when the worms get out, and you can see it's very wet. For the breeder bins, you want to keep them quite moist. This stuff is really absorbent though, so you see a lot of water come out of it, but it still maintains enough airflow, enough oxygen to stay aerobic. And as soon as I add the worms that are going to be right at home, they're not even going to notice that they went to a new bedding really, because this has already got the microorganisms in it. It's already got the moisture, the pH, and everything balanced correctly. Part of why I like this vermiculture bedding is because it is pH neutral. There's absolutely no salts in it. Well, I guess should avoid the word absolute, but there's essentially no salts in it. And so yeah, the worms are ready for this. I'll get the rest of the 47. I put 48 to a rack here, and so I'll do the other 47 off camera, and then I'll catch up to you when it's time to add the worms. Okay, and we have finished up the rack, except we're missing one right there. So yeah, we will get these worms in these tomorrow. Okay, it is next day. Got all these worms harvested. We're gonna put them in their bins here in a moment. Bins got some bubble wrap on it. I put bubble wrap over the bins just to keep them moist so they don't dry out. I added some corn, oats, and barley grinded up with some molasses into this just to give them some nutrition. Add about half a pound of worms into each bin, and I let these bins go for at least 40 days. The worms don't always start reproducing quite right away, and the cocoons don't always hatch 21 days. So I just find if I let it run a little bit longer, I get more cocoons, get more worms, and yeah, so I let it run a little bit longer than most people do. So yep, let these guys burrow on, and I'll do this to all 48 bins. This is what the breeder bins look like while they're in process. You can see there's a bunch of worms mating. There's a pair. You'll see several pairs throughout this. And again, let it go for 30, 40 days, somewhere in there. Just when I start seeing too many baby worms is when I'll harvest it. Here's some of the aftermath. We got a handful, a bunch of cocoons in there. And after a month or so, 20, 30 days, these cocoons will hatch, and you'll see a bunch of baby worms in a bin, just like this one. And these are all from the same generation. The adult worms were harvested out, so this is all just the new worms.